Hello my friends. As I've been doing my research into geoengineering and linked subjects like Morgellons, which is a condition, a skin condition, which you end up with skin lesions that don't heal, and you get crystals forming and hairs growing out of those crystals. Now the hairs are made up of unusual elements associated with nanotechnology. They certainly aren't natural in the normal environment. So I've been looking at Morgellons, and I went to a site called Carnicom Institute, and it's run by a man called Carnicom, and he's been working extensively for 10 years on, or possibly longer, I'm not sure, on Morgellons, which is linked to aerosol spraying. He doesn't like to use the word chemtrails, he calls it aerosol spraying. Now, they've come up with a simple test. The test is the red wine test. Now, in this test, basically, what you do is swill some red wine for about 20 to 30 seconds, or until your mouth is tingling sufficiently that you can feel something happening in your mouth. Now spit that out into this bowl, white bowl, cleaned it. I've brushed my teeth, I've washed my mouth out, rinsed it out with water and got everything out of there. So it's all nice and clean. And basically what you do is you take some wine, you swill it for 20-30 seconds, wait for that tingling, and then we'll have a look and see what comes out. This is fairly reasonable wine. It's not filled with sediment or anything, you know, it's normal red wine. I'll pour a little bit more in the glass. It's nice and fresh. There's no sediment in that wine. It's not right at the bottom, okay? So I'm going to take a swill, and then I'll be quiet for about 20 to 30 seconds while we have a quick look. Wow. Huh. And there you have it, my friends. If we, let's see, there's quite a lot of wine in there. I'll try and tip a little bit out. I'll swill it around so you can see. Basically what there are tiny hair-like fibres that seem to clump together. Let's tip a little bit out. I had a bit too much in here. Right, let's have a look at this. So what we've got here is, this is absolutely drawn out of my tongue and from the roof of my mouth, which is quite alarming, isn't it? It's incredible, really. It's a shame because I really like my drinking my red wine. You know, it gives me a chance to relax. But if you swill it for long enough, you will see this. The nanoparticles are so small, you can see with your naked eye that they are tiny little hair-like structures. I don't think the camera is sufficient to really focus in and bring out that resolution for you to understand that they're actually hair-like structures, and they're all clumped together, you see, they clump together. And in actual fact, they tend to, I've watched this and they tend to move. They move on their own, you know. I would say, please do this red wine test. Go to the Carnicom Institute and get some more information about Morgellons. And Morgellons is linked to the aerosol spraying, which is chemtrails, which is geoengineering, which all the governments deny is going on, but in actual fact it is going on, and there's quite a lot of evidence to support that. We have rainwater analysis that proves there is excessively higher above safe levels of aluminium oxide, of barium, strontium, of arsenic, of chromium, cadmium, iron, and various other metals actually. And there are known to be other pathogens as well as nanoparticles. Now, you've got to do this test for yourself at home, my friends. Be brave. It's not a nice task to have to do this, but if you do this, you'll start to realise there's something going on. Now, the amazing thing is, right, there's no wind at the moment. We're outside in the garden, and these things are moving by themselves. You should do this at home, my friends. Get some red wine, swill it around, hold it for 20 to 30 seconds, spit it out in a nice clean white bowl so you can see very clearly. And wow, you will be shocked. It's quite horrible, really. It is very horrible, actually. If this test is conclusive, I would like to actually have these tested now. I would like to have these tested at the laboratory. I will investigate to see if I can manage to get these tested to confirm what is in them. But basically, this is no sediment from the wine, nothing from my teeth. This is just pure something that's been sucked out of my tongue by the wine. It's been drawn out. Apparently, the acid in the wine draws out these nanoparticles, and it's quite amazing. I would highly recommend everybody does this test for themselves and just observe what actually happens to the particles. They're moving ever so slightly all by themselves. Take care, my friends. Gather verifiable facts. It is quite frightening coming to terms with the fact that the establishment are working complicitly against us. They officially deny that geoengineering is taking place now. They're doing all the studies because they're thinking about it, so all the scientific stuff is there. What we have found is rainwater has proved that stuff's coming from the sky that's supposed to be in geoengineering. And when you do the red wine test, you can see nanoparticles coming out of your tongue. You know, and if you take countless videos and photographs of chemtrails happening, which you know, you compare those to photos, holiday snaps from 20 years ago, you know the skies are different and those trails didn't exist 20 years ago. There's a big change. Now, there's only one way we can stop this, my friends, and that's by sharing information, by unifying, by gathering all the verifiable facts, so equipping yourself with knowledge you can rely on. You've got to do this research yourself. You can get lots of pointers from lots of people doing their own work. There's a lot of disinformation out there. The CFR has spent tens of millions on disinformation. Now, it's really important. You have to realise we can all come together. We can overcome our differences. We don't have to play the elites' game. They divide us so they can conquer us. Now, if we stand together, we're strong. If we're divided, we fall. So it's really important we overcome all the isms, all those very clever ways of splitting us all up. We've got to overcome that, and we've got to come together all around the world. And if we do come together, we will be the 99%. An unstoppable wave of change will begin. And the elite will not be able to stand in our way. The police will end up joining us. The military will end up joining us as the truth spreads like wildfire. Take care, my friends. Bye for now.